Did you just swish? Did you just swish your Diet Coke around? It cleanses your palate.
It's a really good, it's a good mouthwash. The aspartame in it really...
Well, it's kind of like, you know how they use Cokes to clean toilet bowls? It's like that, but with your mouth.
Do you think my mouth is as dirty?
That's not what I meant. I'm just saying it cleanses.
God.
Hi.
That's so rude. I'm leaving.
I can just choose by myself.
Who would you tell it to?
Mitsuha.
Mitsuha sits there like, tell me more.
Oh, really?
Hello.
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 Licks butt. Oh, really?
Hi.
Hi, hello. It is us. It is. Why do I always say that? I go, hi, hello. It is us.
It is us.
It is us. Come here, Mitsuha. Hi, Mitsuha. Hi, Mitsuha. I'm Janine.
I'm Caitlin. More importantly,
This is Mitsuha. She's joining us again today. Oh, she knows. So yes, this is Mitsuha. You might know if you've seen some of our previous videos. She's kind of our little studio cat now. She knows her spot. This is her spot. You might be able to see some of the cat hair from this spot.
How comfortable are you?
Oh, she's so
Too
comfy.
comfortable.
She's so comfy.
Have we introduced ourselves? Yes.
Yes. We're Lady Killers, and we're talking about cults today. Coming back to some cults. Cults. I'm really excited about this one. The one I'm talking about today, it's called Zendik Farms.
Ooh, fun.
So actually, I posted on our Reddit about if anyone...
we have a Reddit.
Oh yeah, we have a Reddit. It's called
Follow us or whatever.
killerlookss with 3 S's.
What do you do on?
I really don't get Reddit yet. I really, really don't, to be honest.
Can someone follow us? How does that work?
I guess you follow them, yeah.
You could subscribe to us or something.
Or follow us. I'm sorry, we don't really know how to Reddit yet.
We have some good karma.
We have 169 karma.
I don't know what that means.
Mostly it's like their points that you get.
Nice catch, Violet.
Yeah, see, this
cats.
is literally...
We got into comment on murder things. This bitch, she only comments on like cat things.
I like posting...
Oh my God.
Funny things about, like, just kind of very bland comments on these cats.
You are never involved in any murder things. It's only...
No, I do some true crime. Like, I'm talking about Robert Bordella. Whenever I went to Boston, a lot of people had, like, spooky recommendations and stuff.
I made this account thinking I would be very involved because I'm very into, like, Michelle McNamara and, like, her entire, like, and Billy Jensen's foray into, like, Reddit. But then it's like, it's just been her.
And it's just been cats. The point is, on our Reddit, I asked if anyone had information on Zendik Farms. And this girl who actually, I quote, all of my research is from her because she has a live journal and now a book called Mating in Captivity. Her name's Helen. She actually commented on it and said that she would like to talk to us about our project. And to learn more about like her books and stuff. So that might be something we might do a follow-up and then I'm not sure. She seems super sweet, super chill.
She's really into like, I think this is cool, just like a side note, if she has some videos on YouTube. I was like stalking her when she told me about it. She does a lot of like designer economics, which essentially is just like bartering in gift communities.
She spent a lot of time on the farm. I think she spent 5 years. And
wow.
So she wrote her memoir. I can't say any words today.
You pronounced it right both times.
You. God bless. She wrote her book from her experiences. And so I'm just really copy pasting a lot of what she wrote in her live journal. Because she's the most legitimate source of information. And I'd rather just, actually quote her than try to plagiarize and, rewrite her words.
Rewrite.
Or,
brilliant.
I mean, what you did in high school when you take the Wikipedia article, copy paste it, and then fix some words to make it seem not like it's a Wikipedia article.
Excuse me, I never did that. I was on Rice's honor council a couple years ago, so I had to learn how to not do plagiarism things.
But I think you still do it with our, the research you do for this. You absolutely 100% copy paste. You are an English major.
It's called quoting. It's called a block quote. Look it up.
Anyways,
continue.
So we're talking about Zendik Farm. It's Zendik.
Zendik?
Zendik. I think it's pronounced Zendik. So, in 1920, so this was a minute ago, Lawrence E. Wolfing was born in El Paso, Texas.
Oh, that's not that near. But
no, it's Texas, and you know we're from Texas because we talk about it all the time. For some reason, we just always talk about it. So, he's born in El Paso.
Okay.
He was kind of like a hippie bohemian type, environmentalist, poet, writer. I think he was a musician. He kind of did everything, those types.
Did he play Wonderwall?
Probably. He actually wrote Wonderwall. No,
Is he Oasis?
No, he's from Oasis. He is Oasis. No, I'm bullshitting this. He eventually changed his name to Wolf Zendik. So his name was Lawrence E. Wolfing, and he changed it to Wolf Zendik. By the way, it's WULF Zendik. And
Wolf.
Then Wolf. It's not Wolf, it's Wolf. So, they formed Zendik Art Farm. That's just kind of Zendik Art Farm. I'm sorry, Mitsuha is playing in the corner. If you can hear her banging against the wall and playing with her toy, it's part of the whole production now, I guess. So they formed it in the 60s. With his common law wife, girlfriend, Carol Merson. Where she changes her name to Errol Wolf. AROL. Errol Wolf.
Are they people on fucking Wattpad in 2010 writing fan fiction?
She probably invented Wattpad. He probably wrote Wonderwall and she.
Yep.
Yeah. So they moved around from West Virginia. I think they had a place in Texas. They had a place in Southern California, North Carolina. They moved around a lot. They eventually kind of settled in West Virginia, though.
Okay.
They might be most well known. They had these bumper stickers and shirts, and they'd hand out these zines. Zines?
Zines? Magazines?
Yeah, magazines. Zines. And they would all say, stop bitching and start a revolution.
Me?
So if you've ever heard that, that's what it's from. Stop bitching and start a revolution. Which, I kind of like that.
That's good branding.
My next sticker, it'll be stop bitching and start a revolution.
And then they're going to be stop stealing our fucking brand.
And they're going to be no, actually, that's a cult. You're part of a cult.
TM trademark Zendik Farms. Go fuck yourself. Continue.
Yes, thank you. So, if you've ever seen that, they'd have shirts and stuff reading that. Their members would often be found outside of cults, outside of record stores, trying to spread word.
Outside of cults?
Did I say cults? Clubs. Did I say cults? This cult would be found outside of cults, trying to promote their own cults.
And they're nice one.
Nice one.
But
we're the real true cults.
One up you here.
Their members would be found outside of clubs, record stores, the likes. I think it was kind of in trendy places like Austin. They'd be found outside, on the streets, trying to spread word about their philosophy and self-sufficient lifestyle.
Wow.
And selling copies of their zines, and you trying to make money that way. I think they would make money by selling CDs and stuff like that. Yeah. Their group, for lack of better terms, they don't call themselves a cult. I don't think they never see themselves as a cult.
No one ever sees themselves as a cult.
So the group saw themselves as kind of eco-warriors.
Okay.
And one of their main goals was to conserve the earth. Okay. But they don't really seem to join any groups or do anything to actively save the earth.
Me.
Because they only see their own ways as legitimate. They don't see other people's ways of helping the earth as legitimate. So it's their whole thing is to help the earth and, give back and stuff like that. But they don't, it's just this group of people doing what they think helps the earth. So she wrote in her book, the Zendiks claim to be starting a revolution to save humans from death by competition and lies, and the earth from ecocide.
Yeah.
She wrote in the synopsis of the book, it didn't hurt that the farm was crawling with hot guys, or that, I know.
Same.
Right? I know. You're like, girl, I get it.
No, I
get
understand
it.
that.
Mm-hmm. They have they assign sexual relations, or dates She says, and Cozy...
Do they actually date, or is it like you just have sex?
It's kind of weird. It's weird. So they would assign dates, and Cozy Shack's just big enough for a double bed and a nightstand.
Me.
She says, I rejoiced here. The mating dance was choreographed, and I could get help with the moves.
Like, I definitely think, like, sometimes if it's just all spelled out for you, it's much easier.
And I mean, I think that's relatable to anyone, honestly.
Before I had my boyfriend, like, dating people is complicated.
It's so weird.
And, like,
so
being
awkward.
like, does he like me? Like, how am I supposed to approach this? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and, like, women have such set roles like, that we've been told by society we're not supposed to trespass out of, which is total bullshit, but it's like, whatever. So, you know.
I get it. It's understandable.
The mating dance is hard.
So she writes, within 2 weeks, I'd handed over my grant money and vowed to stay for life. She's 22 at this point. Yes. So it seems that possibly the commune had a kind of a good place starting out, because Wolf kind of started it as an art farm. He was very interested in the arts, poetry, all that jazz. But I literally wrote in here, it took a turn for the culty whenever Wolf died, and Errol and her daughters took over. So he died in 1999, and they took over after that.
Okay, aerosol.
Aerosol.
That's her new name. I'm done.
My God, aerosol spray, Lysol.
Lysol Wolf.
Lysol Wolf. That's what we'll be referring to her as. Helen describes Errol as an aging matriarch bent on ruling every heart. She split up lovers who grew too close, warning sexual corruption would lure us to betray the revolution.
Okay.
The revolution, you know, that they're whatever. So she ended up being a dictator, and anything she says goes. And she kind of explains that if they were in a meeting, if they were in a meeting and everyone kind of as a group was collectively deciding, you know, maybe we want to do this thing, and Errol comes in and kind of suggests, well, what if we did this? The whole group would then just go along and with whatever Errol said.
Interesting.
Yeah. They would all just kind of, she says, vigorously agree with whatever they say. She would decide everyone's relationships and set up dates, which were essentially hookup setups. So this lady was controlling all of their relationships and all of their sexual relationships, and she would personally set them up.
What if you didn't want to, like, have sex with someone?
I'm unsure.
What if you were like, nah? I feel like that'd be a good question to ask her. Like, what if you refused? We'll see if we get there.
I do definitely know she does talk about this stuff. She has a whole live journal where she, in detail, answers everyone's questions. To support the farm financially, members, and I kind of mentioned this before, but they were forced to go outside of clubs and stuff and sell their shirts, their zines, their bumper stickers, their CDs. Did I already say CDs? I don't know.
Whatever. I don't know.
To help pay for their farm. So they were like that. They couldn't have any other jobs. Like, this was their job. They were like
forced to be weird cult groupies.
Yeah. So the Zendiks believe in something called psychic cause and effect, otherwise known elsewhere in the New Age as the secret or the law of attraction.
I know what that is.
I don't. I have no idea.
Do you want me to tell you?
Yes, tell me.
So basically, it comes from quantum mechanics, where it's this idea of physics. If you want something bad enough that you can, like, wish it into being.
Oh, no,
it's basically where you only speak positive affirmations to the universe. You don't use negatives.
Okay.
So you say, like, I will get this promotion. You only speak in positives.
I will.
And also you say, like, things that you say that it will happen. It's basically this idea that we can force things into fruition with the universe by just believing that they'll come true. According
to the law of psychic cause and effect, everything that happens to you results from a conscious or subconscious desire on your part.
Yeah.
To quote Wolf, you attract to yourself what you are. So if you vibe into getting popped while selling, you subconsciously wanted to be reprimanded by a daddy figure, or you subconsciously want to quit selling, or you subconsciously wanted to fuck with survival. According to Errol, everyone who died on 9/11, terrorists, building occupants, airplane passengers, were participating in a vast psychic conspiracy that is subconsciously arranging their own death. And in other words, according to Zendik, every one of those people wanted to die. This is according to Errol. This is not according to Wolf, I don't think. So So it's kind of like the kind of wishful thinking, as like you said, like Oprah believes in, like, I will get the promotion, but this is different. If they died, it's because they wanted to die. And I'm really sorry, that's kind of triggering, because they're talking about 9/11.
Yeah.
But this is something that she has said before.
Yeah, like truthers. That's a weird kind of truther, but like,
yeah.
That's all I got.
So when bad things happen at Zendik, they're attributed to the individual's bad vibe or bad philosophy. And when good things happen, they're generally attributed to the righteousness of the group and the cause.
So it's not my, like... Okay.
No, yeah. So it's basically, if a bad thing happens to you, it's your fault because you put out a bad vibe. It's the whole group. It's Arrow, basically.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And living therapy it's kind of like this whole... it's like a public shaming session, kind of. I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure living therapy is kind of, if someone in the group had a problem, they'd bring it to this like therapy group session, and the rest of the group would just kind of shut them down for it, or like be like, this is the reason why you're having that problem, or, you know, you have bad vibes in your life, so you're having that problem. It's kind of like
good bullying.
It's kind of like in RuPaul's Drag Race when they have those like roasting sessions. What are those called? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Anyways, I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure that's kind of what they had, and I think they had those in a lot of different circumstances.
Okay.
So Helen kind of made a little bit of a list of like the top points for Zendik's thinking. Basically, you don't have your own money. Like I said, it's always, you don't have your own job. It's all like making for the farm and stuff.
That's a commune, yeah. Okay.
You don't have any say in how the collective income is spent. You're making the money, but yeah. You believe that your old friends and blood family are corrupt, and if you consort with them too often or too intimately, they will irreparably corrupt you.
Cool.
So it's the same kind of thinking that, like, they think they're corrupt, they're going to corrupt you if you talk to them too much.
Congregation for the Light have the same thing.
Yes.
Cult.
So, yeah, cults. Cults.
Let's list what's commune and what's cult. Commune, cult.
Commune, cult. Play a game with us.
Drink every time it's cult.
Yes. You believe that if you leave the farm, you'll have no friends. You'll have to do tedious, demeaning work to support yourself. You'll never create anything of artistic value. So I think that they refer to anyone who's not in the cult as death culture, but it's like one word, death, Kultur. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I think that's right. I think we're kind of coming to the conclusion that it's like anyone outside of the cult.
Because I've seen culture spelt that way, and like strange counterculture.
Right.
Like groups.
So they believe that no one in the death culture is honest with each other, hence no one can form real relationships. And that's one reason for their whole living therapy thing, is that they like are super open and honest about everything, especially their sex lives, which I'll get to.
I feel like that is very junior high girl. It's like, I'm just telling you because I care about you. And I'm so open with you. And it's just because I love you. So I just want to tell you why you suck.
Has anyone had friends?
Puts people on blast. Doxes people from our past life.
People from our past life. Okay, we've all had friends in junior high, early high school, who you go through that stage of where you want to be honest with your friends because you care about them, but you don't know how to do it reasonably or like a real person, and so you yell at them or you just be bitchy to them. So that's basically.
But you frame it with I love you.
But they'll yell at you because of a shitty reason, but it's in love because they love you, and we've all been there. I've been there. I know Kate. We've been there. So,
I've been there.
That's kind of their whole basis of, like, they're honest, but it's kind of in a weird roasty kind of way. So
being an adult is so refreshing.
Yeah. So number 6, you are trapped. You have no viable options other than being in Zendik. Cult. 7, you must please Carol.
I thought her name was Carol.
Oh, no, you're right.
Wait, so I think that's interesting because her name is Errol is Carol without the C.
It is.
And I'm wondering why, because they're spelling culture without a C. I'm wondering if there's a reason.
It's just all like these Z's and K's and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if there's a reason why they don't use C's.
Maybe it's just
because
for the
she
aesthetic.
excluded a C from her name.
I think you're right.
That's
it could be
she just literally took out a C and did Errol.
There's something weird about C's. I don't know.
We should ask. I'm curious.
We should ask.
This is the real conspiracy.
Yes.
Unspiracy.
So you must please Carol Errol. Ammunes. You must at all times attempt to anticipate what Errol wants you to say or do. So it's all about pleasing Errol, and you have to like be on your guard all the time about pleasing her.
Okay.
And like anticipate what she wants.
This is the epitome of okay, Carol.
Okay, Carol. You must watch what you say or do, not only in the presence of Errol, but in the presence of everyone. I think everyone's a bunch of tattletales, is what I'm getting. If you get too close to another, I put just another Zendik. If you get too close to another person in the cult, in the group, without Errol's permission, and she notices that, she'll terminate it.
Can you not
there's no
friends?
if and or buts. I'm unsure. Oh no. I said it's whether it's platonic or romantic. I did put that. She did put that in there. I'm sorry.
So yeah, you can't have fucking friends.
You can't have friends. You can't have any kind of relationship unless Carol has okayed it. And if she sees it going on without her permission, she's like, and it's over forever. Yeah. We're going to get into some of the vocabulary, the dictionary of this group. Because some of it,
what things mean.
Some of it you can if you want to. Some of it kind of makes sense. A lot of it doesn't. So, this one is known. It's square. A square means conventional or normal. Anything not created with Zendik can be denounced as a square, basically. So it's like, I mean, you say things are square if they're kind of lame, but I think this is more like
it's not part of us.
Yeah, it's not part of us, so you're a square. So get into your life means forget about your failed love affair or whatever else is bugging you and get back to work. So get into your life, like get back to work. Like, it doesn't matter. Sell those CDs and bumper stickers.
I kind of want to say that to some people and
I
break
mean,
up. Like,
okay.
I'm like, get into your life.
Get into your life.
Get into your life,
Stop
girl.
being so square. Get into your life. I mean, yeah, I could say that
Get
after
into
like
your life.
a bad breakup, to your friends. Like, get into your life.
Like, get
Don't
back.
send those bumper stickers.
It doesn't matter.
Exactly. Being affirmative means vanquishing negativity, i.e. critical thoughts about your current situation or about Zendik, and again, getting back to work. So it's just being like, get into your life, be affirmative. Here we go. Take the bus home is like,
what?
It's their worst kind of threat. So it's in short to leave the farm.
Yeah, it's like
that can be leveled against a Zendik seller. It means you're being such a drag on the street to your crew that they would be better if you took the bus back to the farm in disgrace to face an uncertain fate or to just leave.
Could they kill you?
I don't think so. But uncertain fate, I mean, this is... I don't think they're into killing, but it's like you'll be shunned at least if you stay. So, get an apartment is the relationship equivalent of take the bus home. It means that your love affair is so square, so dissonant with Zendik philosophy.
They're saying,
that the farm would be better if you left or conducted it in the death culture.
Yeah, they're basically like, get a room.
Yeah.
But it's almost more domestic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, live together then.
They're live together, like death culture, like go get an apartment elsewhere.
Be miserable.
Right. Running your own show is bad. It means wanting or attempting to complete a task in your own way or by yourself.
Okay.
It can also mean initiating a project on your own without permission, which... I mean, this is
Errol's
all...
like, no.
Yeah, and this is all about the community and,
the immunity.
Right, because no C's.
The immunity.
So it's all about the immunity, the community immunity. And it's like, if it's not for the cults, it's not for Zendik, it's not happening. It's not happening. Hanging in means staying at Zendik no matter what, no matter how much input you're getting, no matter how miserable you feel. Supposedly, everyone who hangs in will eventually achieve enlightenment. And so input means criticism, generally not of the constructive kind. It tends to induce shame and humiliation on the person being criticized.
Yeah, I feel like that's very junior high. Like, that's what they call it. They're like, let me give you some input.
Box literally means vagina. It just literally means vagina. They're calling a vagina a box. Cock is the favored designation for penis.
Ew.
So that's literally boxes and cocks. That's it. I'm sorry if you hear just banging and scratching around. Mitsua's having a time.
A cock's in a box.
Right. Bawling. It means having sex. You're bawling.
You're a baller.
You're bawling.
You're a baller.
Making it also means having sex.
They're 12.
Yeah. No. This is all just junior high. Mm-hmm.
They're 12 years old.
Okay. It's a cult full of 12-year-olds. On means aware, alert, making money. So you're out there on the streets, you're on.
You're on it.
You're on.
Okay.
Out of it means the opposite. You're unaware, fucked up, sad, depressed, preoccupied, not making money. They're obsessed with making money for the commune. Out means a period of time spent away from the farm, while an out might be acknowledged as necessary in hindsight as a means of mowing down fantasies that were keeping the person from committing to Zendik. The need to take one is usually condemned as a sign of weakness, even betrayal. So it's kind of like one of those things where, like, okay, if they need time away to get it out of their system.
But it's like they shouldn't even have to.
But they shouldn't have to. So it's like they're okay with it, but it's kind of shameful at the same time.
Got it.
To escape is to engage in activity you shouldn't enjoy doing, thanks to your corrupt upbringing in the death culture. So it's like watching a movie, listening to square music, anything that is square. The purpose of escaping is to take the edge off so you can return refreshed to your revolutionary lifestyle. It's the same kind of thing of going out. It's kind of like to get it out of your system, and come back so you can serve Zendik more and better. Survival is any activity Errol seems necessary. Hence, flub-ups as diverse as crashing a car, making too little money on a selling trip, or failing to answer the telephone can all be condemned under the heading fucking with survival. Getting ego-jacked means feeling good about something you personally have accomplished. Should you be accused of this, you will almost certainly be prohibited from continuing to pursue the activity in question.
What if it's selling things? What if you're like, I'm so good at selling. Like, I'm so good at it. And then they're like, guess don't make money for us anymore.
Right. So weird because they seem to be very obsessed that if something bad happens to you, then you did it. But if anything good happens and you want to be like, hey, I did a good thing, they're like, you didn't do it. It's all us. It's the group.
It's the ult.
So it's very, there's something about, being like, hey, you did good one, self. But they're not about that at all.
Your act is precarious. She's being precarious.
So I think we're gonna kind of get into the kind of weird sex dating stuff, which is kind of their big deal because it's very, very controlling when it comes to this stuff.
Okay.
So their dates are basically just kind of
Netflix and chill, but no Netflix.
Exactly.
Okay.
But it's like set up. It's like not
a cabin. And
yeah.
You're like, have sex.
Yeah, basically.
Are they on birth control or are they trying to procreate?
They don't use birth control. Instead, their birth control is they use the rhythm method.
I knew it was going to be the rhythm method.
Which is,
my God.
They time their sex to whenever the lady isn't fertile.
Yeah, ovulating.
Yes. That means that before...
It's very imperfect.
Yes. That means that before every date, the woman must get specced.
You can take an ovulation test.
They allow another woman to examine her and check the texture of her vaginal mucus. Okay. So the woman who does the specking then decides on the basis of this evidence whether the woman having the date can have intercourse without a condom, with a condom, or not at all. In the case of pregnancy, Errol decides yes or no. Or she might decide that it's up to them. Yeah. So for the date, their sex date basically, they must first inform the group of their plans. The group may or may not approve. So I think they kind of will try to set up their own date and then they bring it to the group and the group will either say yes or no. Or Errol will say yes or no. Afterwards, the couple may be required to communicate the details of their encounter, of their date. Okay. Zendiks believe that couples who keep their sex lives to themselves are condemned to implode or go square or succumb to their corruption.
What if you don't want to have sex?
So sex meetings were a thing. They would basically meet and get opinions, help, or criticism from the group on their sexual experiences. Yeah. Helen says Carol's daughter Fawn and Fawn's boyfriend. There's like a lot of the times they'll kind of have boyfriends. They'll kind of have like one main boyfriend and then some side boyfriends, but it's all also still kind of set up by Errol. It's all really complicated, and it's a lot of it is because Errol is dictating it all, so there isn't
She's
really
just making it up as she goes.
Literally.
She's like,
yeah,
fine.
That's what I'm getting from it. So they often led them. So Fawn and her boyfriend often led these sex meetings. According to the Zendiks, Fawn is sexually enlightened because she was raised by Wolf and Errol, who were sexually enlightened. So because they were, she was.
Okay.
Zoe, who is Fawn's boyfriend, gleans his sexual cash from the fact that he was Fawn's first serious boyfriend and fathered her first child.
Okay.
So that gives them the go-ahead to lead this sexual meeting.
Okay.
Whatever. The Zendiks believe that homosexuality is unnatural. While homosexual desires may be worth indulging in as a fantasy to get out of their system, you know, it's not an appropriate orientation for a mature human being.
Okay.
An individual may reach completion under the terms of the proto-neutronic principle only by forming a union with a member of the opposite sex. You're only mature if you're with someone from the opposite sex, because then you're like you're complete or whatever. Zendiks believe that they can prevent accidents and illnesses by being on, i.e. refining their vibes as to appeal negative events, and by erecting psychic shields around themselves. As for a response, if the sick or injured party is Errol or Fawn, the illness or injury is treated, and that's the end of it. So if you're sick, it's your fucking fault. You did something wrong. You put something out into the world.
Except if your name is Errol or Fan.
Then
it's
no
not
questions
your fault.
asked.
Not your fault. You didn't deserve it. The world is trying to hurt you.
True. Before her death, Errol rejected the idea that Zendik was in any way a cult. Writing that her husband never wanted to be anyone's guru. He wanted people to think for themselves. They were always free to do as they pleased.
Sure.
And certainly to come and go as they pleased.
Oh, yeah, totally. Yes, right.
After Zendik's death, Zendik Farm continued as Zendik's philosophy. They continued Zendik's philosophy by promoting the arts and environmentally sound lifestyle. In 2006, the community had a show, Zendik News, on public access television, Channel 75 in Baltimore.
Can we find it?
It's probably not existing anymore. This is in 2006.
Well, I mean, like, did they have recording of it?
You can find weird recordings of Errol, her talking, and like weird commercials and stuff on YouTube.
I want it.
You can find that. That's the only stuff I could find about them on YouTube.
Oh my god.
The community has since disbanded, with the property being sold. It has been accused of being a sex cult.
Probably.
Errol died in 2012, and the commune disbanded in 2013.
My god.
So that's what I got for you.
That just sounds like a cult.
Yeah.
An ult for sexually awkward people.
Yeah. But it gets to the point, it's controlling is what it is.
Yeah,
and I would really recommend reading Helen's book. I have literally just bullet pointed this off of what she put in her life journal and probably butchered a lot of it. Butchered a lot of it. It's weird. It's really weird. I don't know what else to say about it.
Yeah, no, it's a lot.
Errol would my understanding, she would literally just be like, oh, these two people would go well together, and she would set them up, and that was the end of it, and then they had to go have a date. And then at the end of it, they would
like, I don't want to.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because Errol said to do it.
No,
so you have to do it.
Like, what if you want to be celibate? What if you're like, I love the saving the planet thing. Problem. I'm celibate.
But then you'll probably be shut. Again, I would really recommend going looking at her book or her live journal. I haven't read her book yet.
Yeah, I haven't.
I'm going to. I just haven't had the time before making this video. But yeah, I mean,
wild.
So that's the, in summary, Zendik Farms.
You illed it.
Well, no, that's a K. You can say I killed it.
You ulted it.
Yay, ults! We should take. Can we take the C out? Take the C out. Yay, Olds! Okay.
We did it!
I think that's it. So Mitsuwa is now being cute and cuddly as we're ending this video. Kind of cute and cuddly.
Like,
You're good at
rate, subscribe, leave a comment of what you're feeling today. Tell us what's happened to you.
Go read Helen's book.
Yeah.
Give us some
Link in the bio.
Give us some 5-star ratings. Give us some ratings. Give us some book reviews. You know, we'll start a book club.
Probably to go read her book.
I'm gonna go home and read it right now. I am home.
She's home. It's fine.
The studio is in my home. I'm gonna go read it right now. So anyway, follow us on all the social media.
Yes.
On all the things.
Instagram, Facebook, Reddit.
Like, subscribe,
Twitter.
because we love you and we need validation.
I'm so sad all the time. And if you don't like and subscribe, I'm gonna go join a cult so that someone will love me.
Yes.
But then it won't work because cults are bad.
Cults are bad.
And then I'll be in one, and it'll be great.
But then we'll be able to cover it. It'll be great for this channel.
Bad
for
me.
Caitlin. Bad for Caitlin.
So just like choose what you care more about.
They're all gonna send you to a cult.
Either way, we get views.
Bye.